You sought and won the favor of Galawain. What new prey do you now pursue?
I hunt Theos.
To track a quarry, you must understand its movements. And Theos follows the path of a more powerful master.
A warm breeze carries the smell of smoke and gunpowder. Sparks ignite and float in the draft, catching in the leaves over Galawain's head. A sudden burst of heat scalds your face, and even as you turn away, a flash of light sears your vision through your eyelids. When you look back, you see a woman in full plate standing next to Galawain. Her mirror-polished armor flickers with images of reflected flames. You can't see her face, but her voice is strong and clear like the ringing of steel.
Let him know his foe.
Magron?
Theos has trapped thousands of souls in sun and shadow like rabbits in a snare. Now, he goes there to retrieve the kill for his master, Woodica.
Ooh, that's why her shrine wouldn't respond. Woodica's the enemy.
She will feast on them, suck their marrow, grow strong on their essence.
As a Stalgar watches you, it licks its lips, its tongue scraping long fangs. Why would Theos help Woodica?
Because he is her hound. He has always done her bidding.
His eyes dart to another figure standing just behind Magran.
Woodica stands for an old order. So does Theos.
A golem? Oh, Abaddon! My dude! I love Abaddon! A golem made of blackened pitted iron steps out of Magran's shadow. Its movements are slow yet precise, each footfall accompanied by the groaning and grinding of metal. The steady orange glow of furnace coals emanates from its eye sockets. In Abaddon's crude yet efficient form, you see an uncanny resemblance to the eyeless. Yet his limbs are more finely wrought, his joints more flexible. They totally added this in. Because I met the eyeless doing the White March DLC, and I'm in the main campaign right now. So they made some conditions. If you did White March before this point, they added in some text to the quest. I love them for that. Good on them. You also feel the essence of the eyeless teeming within him.
They both fear change, and the Deerwood has changed much recently. People find answers not in the gods, but in animancy, the product of their own labors.
And why not? When they have learned that even a god can be killed.
Referring to Abaddon getting destroyed by that meteor. I don't really want to say anything so pointed to three gods who could just flick me and kill me. What should I do about it?
Track Theos. Follow the trail he has left for you, and corner him in sun and shadow.
Alright, Sun and Shadow is the name of that huge pit on Burial Isle.
You must stop him before he empowers Woodica.
And if you do, you will have a different decision to make.
Souls were ripped from the world, ripe and full and pulsing with essence. Scatter them like bones to a pack of dogs. Their essence will strengthen the souls of the Deerwood.
One of the
The
wolves...
remains of the dead feed the survivors.
One of the wolves' slavers baring its teeth in a wide grin. Okay. I don't see why I should care. Okay, why would I feed the Lost Soul's essence to the Deerwood?
To breed strength. Power is born from the mixing of essence and blood.
What Theos did cannot be undone. Thousands of lives have changed, and thousands more have ended because of his actions. But transformation gives purpose to trial.
And improvement is the goal of all Kith. Long lives, prosperous futures, stronger minds and bodies. Strengthening those who remain will help repair the damage that Theos has done to the Deerwood.
I thought you served the cause of preservation, Abaddon.
Essence cannot remain in a dead body, any more than oil in a broken jar.
Good metaphor.
Even though the stolen lives cannot be preserved, their essence can be used to ensure the survival of the Deerwooden remnant. Thus, the memory and vision of the lost may live beyond them. This is the nature of preservation.
Alright, so now I've got to find Theos.
And when you descend the pit to sun in shadow, you can count on our assistance to see you safely through.
That's what we needed.
as I hope we can count on yours when you reach the bottom.
Because we couldn't get to the bottom of the pit without their help.
There are many souls upon the burial isle that are sworn to serve us. They belong to you now, and they shall guide your descent.
Will-o-wisp army? We gonna Archimond to this guy? The beasts grow restless, pawing the ground and eyeing you with renewed interest. The bear sniffs at the ground next to your leg. One Stilgar skulks into the circle, its amber eyes glowing. Gallowayne hurls his knife between your feet, sinking it to its handle. He raises his empty hand. XP?
Hunt him, mortal. And when you stop him, let the souls he has captured feed the deer wood.
Strengthen the souls of those who remain. Prepare them to face the challenges that will follow. Pledge that you will do this, and we will grant you a power fit for the finest warrior who ever lived.
Okay.
Betray us, and my beast shall track you
The
down.
snort.
Our allegiance is not to be accepted and cast aside.
Oh. Oh, so if I could talk to other gods and accept one of their bargains instead? I'll just stick with this. We went a long way to get this far. I don't want to start a whole new quest chain for one of the others. Alright, I pledge now that I shall convert the captured souls into essence to strengthen the Deerwood.
The bargain is struck, Watcher. Keep your part.
Gallowayne lunges for you and sinks a hatchet into your chest. You cry out, but the pain passes quickly. Energy and power seep into you through the wound, and when Gallowayne withdraws, the flesh knits again to contain something warm and pulsing with power. Mukluk was granted Gallowayne's boon. The vision vanishes in an instant, returning you to Tir Evron, where burning candles replace the glowing eyes of the Gallowayne's beasts. Yeah, I guessed that. I mean, I didn't know for sure, but I guessed that Zoran by the context. Gallowayne's boon, +1 to athletics and +1 to might. Okay. That was wild. Alright. What's going on at Care? Nidden's finger. Yeah, whatever. Alright, step outside. Yeah, probably. But it would take quite a bit of work to go through each one's quest line just to see what they give, unless I just, looked it up on a wiki or something. Alright, so I think we're ready to go to that island. Hylia's is quick as an example. You just have to kill a dragon. You just have to kill a dragon. That's all. That's all. Yeah. I've got that quest, and I might still kill it, but... Whoa. What?
Stop right there.
Oh, it's Iovara. That's the person who Theos is chasing, right?
You're in the wrong city, Inquisitor. Did you think you wouldn't be recognized here in your old home? I've seen your trials with my own eyes.
I've seen you light pyres with good people tied to them, people I've known many a year. He seizes you by the throat and your airway tightens, whether real or imagined, you can't tell. They deserve your confession. He raises the point of his sword, holding it a hair's breadth from your eye.
Suros, what are you doing?
Startled, the soldier releases you immediately and turns to face the speaker, a woman in a plain wool tunic, fully a head shorter than he, but somehow seeming to tower over him. You have seen this woman's face before, but from afar, bloodied and burned as she lay stretched across an iron wheel. At the moment, it is marked only with concern.
An assassin sent by the Inquisition, my lady, daring to approach our camp.
If he is so poor an assassin as to approach an armed guard in daylight, I should have nothing to fear. I would hear what this man has to say. She stares him down until he can no longer face her. He turns away sour-faced, watching you through sidelong glances, his knuckles white around the pommel of his sword. Do I know you?
Do I know you?
I'm reliving someone else's memory right now. Grand Inquisitor Theos Ix Arcanon dispatched me here to spy on you. Are things as desperate as that over there? I'd never have known. I hope your next assignment is more stimulating. Listening to my lectures is dull work for a spy. I do remember you. It was years ago when I was a missionary, before all of this. Hard to imagine those days now, isn't it? What I wouldn't give. Few of my followers are actually from these parts, and the soldiers were mostly conscripted from the countryside. It's a welcome thought to have someone around who knew Creatum in its better days. I would like for you to stay here.
I would like for you to stay here in our camp
Stepping
as
on our
my
lines.
guest.
The golem dude is your pal when it followed his idea. Do you do the quest in the district about needing to murder a baby? No, I never got a quest that said go murder a baby. I missed that one.
My lady Ivara, I beg of you. This is an Inquisitor. This is a desperate attempt on your life. The only way it can succeed is if you allow it to.
This is a missionary, same as I was. Taught the wrong things as I was. If I can't have faith in one man's ability to reason, once he knows the truth, what hope do we have?
My lady, he admits being a spy.
He's right,
That
I
should
did.
make him less of a threat, wouldn't you agree? I have nothing to hide. All I see here is an opportunity to persuade someone who could help us. We have many former missionaries here. They are our most loyal, our most helpful. Many have died for us. These are not people we should be turning away. And if the Inquisition wants my life, they can have it. But they know as well as I do that my cause will not die with me. Come. We have much to talk about.
You're pretty close to the end of the game. You can accept the baby murder quest. Instead of completing the quest, just keep the baby. Basically kidnap it, and the game recognizes that as an option. And she's in the sequel as a crew member on your ship. Does that help you any? Does she do good work on the ship, or is she just there? Also, you say pretty close to the end of the game. Aren't I just, like, in, like, Act 3 a little bit, but there's 4 full acts? Like, I could have another 30 hours of this. I don't know. Okay. That was spoopy. Once you drop down that pit, that's the final dungeon. Wait, that's the end of the game or the end of Act 3, Zurin? What? I am both thrilled and shocked. Because, not that I want this to be over, but I want to start Pillars 2, which has the, the nicer interface and stuff. But I thought that I still had to finish Act 3, start a 4th act, and then had, like, all of that to go. Okay, well... Temple of Hylia I haven't done, Northweald I haven't done. Okay, so if dropping down the tube in Burial Isle's the end of the game, let's go to Northweald first. Are you sure? Yeah, no, you just beat this, didn't you? You just did. So I guess you would know. Like, literally today. Okay. Alright, well, let me go to Northweald. I had a bounty in Northweald. I think I had a bounty. No. I don't know. I could check the quest log. It's a zone we haven't done. Let's look around. I don't know if I'm ready to try the dragons or not. Ragnar Telshi, baby murder quest. Apparently it's baby kidnap quest. I mean, how many weird animals am I already hauling around? Oh, where is it? Oh god, where did they go? Here. We got a cat, a dog, a white worm, a small robot, someone's pig, a black cat, a space pig, and a black hound, and a floating skull. Like, that's how we roll. We just take all these little furry and creepy creatures. All right. Is there anything to the west of us? No, just Deerford. Blood. You're not the tank. God, please stand in your formation. Thank you.
praised.
Woo, that guy got deleted. He is gone. Alright. Defensive mind web. Oh, that is like instant. There was no cast animation or anything. The allies in the mind web use the best defense of anyone in the web. So we're all tanks. We are all tanks. That is neat. I am shocked at how quickly that spell went off.
Thoughts will be a sign.
Alright, tracks long and shallow, head east, spackled with blood. I had a quest for this. Track the Deerwooden expedition to the eastern edge. Okay. Oh, is this for that lady that was in the tavern that said the Fangs were trying to kill her people?
Here?
Inscription on the altar, almost unreadable under a layer of thick moss, pay homage to Hylia. Or, I kind of hope we're not near that dragon that destroyed Hylia's shrine. Have you stole pig? I think I stole a piglet. Oh no, I was given the piglet. Space Pig I started the game with. I think that was for some DLC or something. That's what you're supposed to do. It's like an hour from the end of the game. It's just an option. Dude, that would be really exciting if we can get to Pillars 2 during the 12-hour stream. Gwyneth hides in the tall underbrush. Twigs poke out of her hair. Chunks of dried mud cling waist-high to her leather leggings. Quiet, keep low. Do I know you? Take a look. My friends are up there, over the lip of the hill. There were signs of battle at the camp. I wasn't fast enough. Pox-ridden fangs. Magron burned them all. I'll see what I can do. Maybe you can find a way around the fangs. There's got to be another way up the ridge. She wipes away the sweat from her brow. You aren't dressed like my men. Maybe you could try talking to them? They might not think you're with us. Please help. I already have enough friends to bury. Alright.
I'll take a peek.
Alright, let me do a quick save so I don't have to redo like 10 minutes of gameplay in case I get killed by these guys. I see we've got a lot of visitors all of a sudden here on the stream. I'm guessing a flood of people from the Gamepedia. If anybody has any questions about Pillars, feel free to ask. If I can't answer it, I know Zurin or one of the other Pillar senpais here can.
Estremor.
I don't like where we're standing. Stillness! The woman orders the stag, pulling on the skin of the stag's neck until it ceases to buck. Easy now, no need to fight yet. More foreigners, more unclean feet trampling on our lands, more blood to feed the trees. You should not be here, Estremor. If you are here in our lands, it is either to steal from us or to aid those who would. Deerwooden mercenaries, looters, can you hear their panicked whispers? Leave this place at once or we will kill you when we finish the Estremorn. I'm a friend of Irgalandvath. She holds her gaze on you. The great stag stomps its front hooves on the ground. Do you speak the truth, foreigner? If you are indeed a friend, you would respect our lands and not defile our sacred soil with your trespass. She clenches her jaw. Its muscles quiver under the pressure until suddenly calm returns. If you have no bonds of kin or kith with the looters, I will give you a chance to prove it. She draws one of her swords with a swift arcing motion and points it to the ruins beyond. The invaders must be purged from our lands. Prove your worth and we will believe your words. Tell me about them, mercenaries. Raiders and looters, same as all other Deerwooden thieves that pillage our lands. Now, you just called me that a second ago, so you could be wrong. We tracked the Deerwoodens from their first step beyond the Great River and waited for them to err. They always do. We claimed half their pack in our first assault. The cowards, they ran, now huddle to the north. When the wind turns, you'll smell their fear. If they surrender, we will let them live. Softness such as yours will not bring to heal. Their greed knows no bounds. Their memory honors no history. What use have we of prisoners? What example do we set others by letting them live? Why would we forgive again? Resolve, because you soar where they crawl, the Fangs deserve better foes than these wounded animals. Send them home with grave warnings for their kin. She gazes north, her mouth a twisted scowl as she ponders your words. The great stag nudges her shoulder and she reaches up to scratch the animal's chin. Blood was spilled and life sprouts from soaked ground. She looks at you with a cold glare, mutters a curse under her breath, and sheathes her blade. We will let the raiders return headless. Their leader must pay for the crimes, only then may the rest go free. Deliver my message before I see the folly in this decision. So you... Can we set the leader free too? She just crosses her arm. Do you wish the leader dead? We wish their leader to be an example to others. Sever his head, his freedom or his family, whichever will best warn others not to trespass. Okay. So either kill all of one side or kill, like, behead one guy on the other and they get out alive.
To whispers and shadows.
Just catching up on chat. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Mercenary. Alright, so these are the friends of the lady who hired us, I think. Stop, friend or foe. The man in blood-soaked armor points his blade at you as his wounded and weary comrades flock into position behind him. A trickle of blood runs from a cut on his brow down to his neck, staining a locket worn on a gold chain. You're not Glanfathan. By Magron, friend or foe. Calm down, I'm a friend. Sword still pointing at you, the man gives a sideways glance to his companions and nods. A rare and welcome sight. Friends this far from home. He then gives a concerned look to his mercenary company. Look at us hiding in the rocks and holding in our guts. The Fangs, they've bloodied us and now we're trapped. What happened? Resourceful girl. We assume the Glanfathans killed her before... Wait, what? Oh, I said Quineth sent me what happened. I missed the first part. Resourceful girl. We assume the Glanfathans killed her before coming upon us. I'm relieved she's alive. Doubly relieved she's brought help. He rests his sword, still caked with blood across his shoulders. The tribesmen ambushed us just as we made camp. The fight was a lopsided slaughter. In the melee, someone tripped through the campfire. We were lucky in that regard. The stench of burning flesh and the choking smoke obscured the scene, and a few of us managed to withdraw. We ran to these ruins to regroup, but now we're trapped. The face painters are... The face painters are just south of our position, and they have us cornered. No doubt they're happy to let us starve while they rest and rebuild our strength before attacking anew. This is like top 5 insults I've seen in this game. One guy called me a furry cat fucker because I'm playing an Orlin, which is like a 3-foot-tall furry guy. That's probably the top one I've seen so far. His left hand idly toys with the locket worn around his neck. Seems that this is where we'll be making our last stand. I've convinced the Fangs to let you go, but you must bear the punishment for trespassing and be taken prisoner. Well, if anyone could have, I suppose it would be you, but... Creases around his eyes deepen with his growing frown. He looks at his locket, then lifts his eyes back to you. Prisoner? If it's the only way to save my men, I'll endure it. But who's prisoner? Okay, does this work? I have room in my stronghold to take you on as a prisoner. You'll be treated well. You will hold me prisoner, and that will satisfy them? So be it. I'm more than willing to be held hostage if it means we all get home safe. I'm sure you will have to keep me as a proper captive to honor the agreement, but I understand. It's far better than being the Fang's prisoner. He turns to his company. He takes a deep breath and raises his fist in the air. New orders. You are to fall back. This expedition is over. Stow your gear and make for Defiance Bay at once. They exchange glances with each other, waiting for the first one to obey the command. Are you deaf? I won't tell you again. Time to go, now. His booming voice springs the reluctant mercenaries into action. Wounds are dressed one last time, camping gear is secured, and within minutes the men set off on their march, nodding at their leader in acknowledgement as they pass. It is my duty to see my men returned home. If that means enduring prison, so be it. Huh. I would not have thought that that was an acceptable option. Me making him prisoner to... I thought they wanted to kill him, not just imprison him.
Silence surrounds me.
Looks like they left some goodies I can take. Alright, let's go see if they're going to be angry about this. No, they're not even here anymore. Okay. Let's check here. Is there anything to load? No. Alright. Hey, Gwyneth. You did it! She lets out a sigh of relief and wags her finger at you. We'll be chanting your name back in the gift. Everyone will know what you've done for us, I promise. I realize Esmar will need to be your prisoner if we are to honor the agreement. An odd arrangement, but it'll save us the expedition. Besides, I'm sure your dungeon is far more enjoyable than whatever the Fangs do with their prisoners. She scratches her cleft chin with her free hand and gives you a measuring look. But you're the type to deserve more than just praise. Coin? Weaponry? She rubs her gloved hands together. Or if nothing tangible suits your fancy, I'll gladly share my skills with you. What are your skills? I was hoping you'd say that. When you spend as much time as I do in the ruins, you learn to strike first and strike without warning. She holds her S-stock out in front of her, its blade parallel to the ground. The key is efficiency of movement. You were granted Dungeon Delver. She walks you through several footwork drills that focus on quiet footfalls and measured breathing. Place all of your weight on the final step when you're ready to strike, she yells for emphasis as she demonstrates a swift, silent lunge. As you follow her example, she nods in satisfaction. I think you've got the grasp of it. I'm honored that I could teach you something new. She half curtsies and takes her leave. I'm ready, I think. He unwraps the locket from his hand and ties it around his neck. At least some of my men are leaving Irglanfath alive. I think our paladin's just leveled. What was that skill we just got? Dungeon Delver. 1 mechanics, 1 stealth, plus 0.1 to crit damage multiplier. Oh, I wish I could have put that on anybody else in the party.
What is
But it is what it is. Alright, so the paladin's just hit level 15. Hi, Mystics. Oh, flattery will get you absolutely everywhere. Alright. That's to do athletics. And what are we going to do now? Inspiring Triumph? Sworn Enemy, Deprive the Unworthy, Aegis of Loyalty. Reinforcing. 3 damage reduction. Oh no, we've already got that on the other paladin. So accuracy, hastening, sacred immolation. Oh my god, set self on fire. Abjuration. Behold the Martyr. Target a fallen ally, creating a pulsing beacon over them that increases speed and DR of nearby allies while increasing speed and damage reduction. Decreasing speed and damage reduction of nearby enemies. The beacon disappears if the ally is revived. If the paladin is knocked out in battle, the ability is automatically applied to him or her. It's only for 4 seconds, honestly. That's... Oh, maybe it's... Oh, it's 20-second duration around the body, 4 seconds after you leave it. It's not that great, though. It's interesting, though. If so many viewers this hour, I'm excited for you. Yeah, it's pretty great. I think we were riding around 10 for the first, 5 hours of the stream. It just spiked up a lot. There was one guy above me on the pillar section, and I think he probably just went offline, so I think some may have hopped over. Alright, I think I'm going to go with coordinated attacks. Plus 10 accuracy granted to an ally aiming at the same target he is. That's just going to always be helping a little bit. Okay.
As you wish.
And then Tint. This is our last party member that needed to hit level 15. I hate this outfit so much, but our stats are so good. Let's see. We should have very similar but not quite the same choices here. Plus 15. Let's get this one. Plus 15 defense against crowd control. I've already got that on the other pally. Okay. Let's see what the rest of this level holds. Taxes collected. Is there anything to the east of here? No.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Alright, going into Sneaky Sneak because I don't know what's ahead. Looks Looks like just a cliff over here to our left. And a waterfall.
Silence surrounds me.
Elder Stalgar. Alright, Elder's dead. Oh my god, there's so many. Oh nice, there's like a clog. They can't path over those rocks.